Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. And for today's video we are having a 2-for-1. The reason is because these two came in the same package. These are the Studio Series 24 and 25. So the Studio Series 24 is basically the same as the 18, if I'm not mistaken, that was released for the Bumblebee movie. So this is Studio Series 24 Bumblebee, the 1967 Volkswagen Beetle version. And then 25 Studio Series 25 Bumblebee from the last night, 2016 Chevrolet Camaro. So this 2-pack came out about 2 years ago, I want to say, something like that. For those that missed out on the original release of the Bumblebee movie Bumblebee, the Studio Series 18, you had a second chance. There were several other versions that were released, but this one I think was the most practical. I think it was, well, practical in the sense that you're getting two figures, right? 2-for-1 on the same package for a pretty good price. I think I got this from, I believe it was a Target exclusive, but I got it off Big Bad Toy Store for 25 bucks. So basically what you're getting is a free figure out of it, you know. And given the prices, the aftermarket prices of the Studio Series 18, you know, you pay $20 for a deluxe, right? Normally, so you're paying 25 and you're getting an extra figure out of it. Pretty sure that I got it for that price. I have to go back, but I know I got it for a really good price. But anyway, so we're looking at these both at the same time. Just gonna go over what I did on the figures. And so let's start off with the number 24, the BW version of Bumblebee. So there's a lot of stuff that I did on this figure that wasn't painted. First, first you're noticing I have him with his battle mask on, and I have his blaster as well as the knife or blade, whatever you want to call it, attached at the same time. This is my preferred look for the figure, so that's how I have it displayed. I do have the arm and the normal head inside the box, but this is how I prefer to display the figure. I also did a mod to the figure, which I'll show you a little bit later. But first, so let's get a pretty good close-up here of the figure. Lots of silver paint added to this figure. I believe this was just, let me see. Yeah, all of this was painted, or not painted, it was just all in the colored plastic. So I painted this, all of this silver. It was in a, you know, a grayish color. Already you can see one of the mods that I did to the figure, so I'm gonna just go on without it for now. So all of this was painted silver. The chest portion here was painted silver. The arms were painted silver. The shoulder bits here was painted silver. I believe this was painted already, but the rest of it wasn't. Along with these little highlights. This yellow part on the hand I painted. going down into the legs. This was already painted. The feet and the ankles and all of this part, these were painted in gunmetal. All of this, I believe this was in black. I'm trying to remember what color it was painted originally. So I painted this gunmetal. The wheels, the rims, they were in a gray plastic, so I painted those silver. The back detail, like the bumpers, some trimming that the car has, I painted that in silver. The silver detail here on the tail lights. There's rust that was already on the figure. That's paint that's trying to simulate rust. Here we have the back of the figure. Let me see if I turn on the lights. I don't know if they're hooked up. Let's see. Oh. Give me 1 second here. Thought they were on. Too bright. Something like that. Okay. We're doing this all on the fly. So here we go. Get a better look at that detail in the back of the figure. So basically almost every bit of the robot parts were painted. Here you see the back of the calves here. Those were painted in gunmetal. For the gunmetal parts, I used the Tamiya paint, and for the rest, for the silver, I used my the Craft Smart paints. The blade was already painted silver, so I didn't paint that. But again, this part of the forearm here, that was not painted. The shoulder part wasn't painted. There's also like a light black wash on the figure. No, wait, no, I didn't apply black wash on this one. It's on the other one. Sorry. Then we've got some details up here by the shoulders and the top of the head, the back of the head. That wasn't painted. You can see here. Part of the faceplate was painted, like those things, those vents on the side here. I carefully painted around the eyes, as well as these little details. Let's also look here at the paint here. Again, there's a lot of like detail that's on the car mode, like these little silver trims. There's a lot of that in the car. You can see that here. Right, and it's right there on the pecs, right there. Even hidden behind the bumper, there's like these oval, these things right here. So this figure was a lot of fun to paint because it had a lot to offer. Then the wheels on the front wheels on the inside portion, like the brake parts, painted those gunmetal and painted this black. Of course, the wheels do spin. So for the modification, I removed what's basically his backpack. which is the top portion of the car that folds up into itself. What you have to do is remove the pin that's here, that sits on right here in this area. So it gives a cleaner look in robot mode. Or if you want to apply the backpack, usually the backpack is a little it's folded like this because it hooks up to this portion right here, this tab right there goes something like this, right? So it makes the backpack jut out further. So with this mod, you can just completely fold up the top portion of the car, you know, and just have it rest comfortably. In the back right there. So you have to place this part of this hinge in between these two parts. All right, so it goes like this. All right, and then this just rests on top like that. There you go. And just make sure you press to add pressure so it stays right, pretty stable. And now you have a pretty flat backpack on the figure. So you can have them displayed like this, which I have them like that because, you know, I don't have room to. I mean, I could store the backpack in the package, but you know, if you want to transform the figure, then you need that part. So I just keep it on, but you know, you can also display it without the backpack, and it gives a much cleaner look in robot mode, in my opinion. The back side of the doors I did not paint. I did paint this silver, but the back side of the doors I didn't paint. I thought about painting them black because the under part of this entire piece, this is all plastic that's painted yellow, and then I just added the black underneath. So I may do the same for the insides of the doors, because there is some detail in there as well. But at the time, I probably didn't figure I was gonna do anything. But now that I look at it, you know, just complements the entire color scheme from the previous movies, as you're gonna see in the next figure. So let's put him onto the side and bring in Studio Series 25 Bumblebee from The Last Night, which I believe is just a reissue of a previous release from the Last Night line of figures. And much like the other version, I added a lot of silver, a lot of gunmetal, almost virtually the same parts, right? The same usual parts, you know, the this entire chest and hip groin area, the shoulders, the outside of the shoulder, the tech detail here on the forearm and the gun, the thighs, the knees, the legs, everything's pretty much the same sort of look, you know. So let's get a closer look. The face, I didn't do any work on him, but I did work some on the under part of there of his neck. But yeah, nothing on the head itself. And let's get a close up here of the chest and hip and groin area. So this does have a slight black wash over the silver. Look at that detail there on the thighs. All right, the inside of the legs. I think you can see a bit, give it a better. You can get a better look of the black wash. I believe these were painted black. All of this was black. Let me see, let me look at the package real quick. Yeah, all of that was black, so I painted that silver. Let's flip open this. There's not a lot of detail on that part of the leg, but it's also painted. Actually, that's not painted, now that I'm looking at it. All of this is silver plastic or gray plastic. So, let's look at the outside of the leg here. All of that all detail. The yellow here on the foot, I also painted. So let's take a look at his blaster, which I also painted. That was just the gray plastic. Let's take a look at the detail on the shoulders. None of that was painted. All of that was yellow, just a yellow molded plastic. The top part of his forearm here, that detail wasn't painted. The detail there on his shoulder wasn't painted. This is extra hand, so I also painted that as well. Again, painted the yellow parts here on the hand. I painted those. But again, I like to display him with this arm cannon, this, like this. I did not do the same mod that I did with the other version of Bumblebee, where I removed the backpack that's still attached to this figure, because I believe it wouldn't end up the same way if I were to remove it. I mean, I could remove it and just have him without a backpack, but realistically, it doesn't. I mean, it comes out pretty much even with the door wings. So that was the difference with the Bumblebee, with the VW version, that the backpack was further out. So this rests pretty even, so it isn't as cumbersome. Right. I just noticed that I didn't paint this portion of the wheels like I did on the other one, so I'm gonna have to finish that up. But I did paint these parts, these hinges here, silver. But on this one, I did paint the inside of the doors silver. And you can see the back side of the figure. So mostly on these, if you have silver paint, you're more than ready to start modifying them. You know, there's a lot of detail work that needs attention. So just go, you can just go crazy. I believe this is painted silver and this is gunmetal. This portion right here. I'm not entirely sure, or if it's just part of the black wash. I think it's just part of the black wash. So yeah, here we have both figures side by side. I actually like how this came out, and well, this one too as well. But the only thing that I didn't like is that it didn't come with an alternate head to display him with his battle mask. But I did pick up a recent release. I forget what number it is. It's in the 40s, I believe. This one. This one came with just the battle mask. I believe this is supposedly from the first movie. This look from the first Transformers movie. So I'm gonna work on this on this figure to customize it later on. So be on the lookout for that in the future. If it's something you want to see me do, like a work in progress, let me know. But yeah, pretty much this is it for this video. Pretty sure as I record this, I'm still having issues with my computer. So there's no fancy intro on this one. Just going straight. I'm not gonna upload this straight to YouTube and schedule it. See how it goes. Maybe try out their video editor and see if I can use that. But for now, I'm just gonna be uploading videos straight up and see how it goes. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all of that. Share, and yeah, let me know what you guys want to see in the future. If you want to see that Bumblebee figure, if you want to see like a work in progress on it. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.